Hey everyone, welcome back to Workshop Wednesday, our second Workshop Wednesday of May. Very excited to have everyone here. Very excited to have our guests on today to walk us through and tell us some things about Figma, teach us about Figma. So we have Yoki, Stark, and Daniela with us today. Before we get started, and I'll come back to making sure I introduce everyone properly. I wanted to remind everyone that we have, this is Design Month. This is at Topcoder. This is Diablo's Design Month in celebration of his life, in honor of him. Very excited to call every May at Topcoder Diablo's Design Month. So please do check out the website, check out his designs, check out all the great things about Diablo. Why are we here? So we've been doing this crowdsourcing design at Topcoder for, this is going on 16 years, which is pretty crazy. So starting back in 2005, 2006, we started what we called Topcoder Studio. We now call this Topcoder Design. But the whole goal here is really to create a community focused on solving real world graphic design problems through competition, through rapid UI tournaments, through rapid design. But this whole idea of all of us growing and educating each other, open design thinking and innovation through rapid design. And this is what we're celebrating and sharing and having a lot of fun this month with different design processes and working together as a design community. So we already have Jesse's Design Dash running right now. And we also have the bracket tournament coming up tomorrow. So real quick, the things that we can do here at Topcoder, the things that we focus in on. We've evolved our processes and the different competitions on the platform from more of a traditional model to one that definitely requires research, quick UI tests, which is where our rapid UI comes in, feedback, and a focus on solving enterprise design problems. So the different areas at Topcoder, design direction, this is really a mashup of information architecture, with some quick UI treatments. We have UX. So what I like to teach and explain and work with all of you on, what is a great user experience. And of course, all of you bringing your background, your history to solving user experience problems for Topcoder customers. UI, this is obviously, as we focus in on UX, how things do look and how things are presented is definitely matters. So, sharp looking UI that is usable. And then, while we talk about this being design month, we are definitely focused on front end development also. So all of you developers out there, really focusing in on what the handoff between design and development looks like, being able to create great UIs using the latest frameworks, many of them obviously being JavaScript frameworks like Angular and React. So a key thing here at Topcoder is essentially the entire journey of designs being created and being created from a visual standpoint and being created from a code standpoint. Okay, so very excited to have my guests with us today. We are going to tackle Figma. Figma is a web-based design platform that has come out over the last, actually, I'll probably let Yoki and Stark talk about this, but it is a platform that our customers have been asking about, and it is in the same, same space as Sketch and Adobe XD. So a lot of these great new tools that are obviously helping all of us as UX and UI designers create great designs. So welcome Yoki, welcome Stark, welcome Daniela. Yoki, a longtime designer. I'm a big longtime fan. Welcome to our Workshop Wednesday today. Stark, also longtime member, and I'm, again, longtime fan of Stark and all the things that he has done here and his rapid rise at Topcoder, and his attention to detail is very very well known. So welcome, the two of you.
Thank you, Adam.
So I'd like to hand over to you if you want to take over the controls and tell us what you'd like to talk about today with Figma.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, we need to know why I suggest using Figma. You know, back then we used like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Sketch, Adobe Xd, and Figma is kind of like new kids on the block. Yeah, because we will use any design tool that lighter, faster, and also closer to the development process. So I think Photoshop has a multi-purpose design, but it has some disadvantage, like taking too much memory for our computer. And then there's a Sketch. Sketch also is quite long. They are improving a lot, but the problem is Sketch is only for the Mac user. And then we saw Adobe Xd. Looks like Xd want to take their user back before their user using a Photoshop and then move to the Sketch, and they want to their user, their customer back using the Adobe product by launching Xd. At first, Xd is free software, and after few months they set as like a subscription, and then back again to the free version. Before Figma got investment, Sketch is still dominant tool to use and in every big company, because they have quite strong library management compared to Xd, and also Sketch is quite light, easy to use, just like using Illustrator. But Xd offering more prototyping, so we can play with our design with a quite nice interaction. But Sketch, it's not improving their prototyping. So for the Sketch user, we still use like Marvel and InVision to show our design case. So in Sketch, it doesn't have like any advanced prototyping. So we need a third-party prototyping. And then came Figma. Figma can be used both browser and desktop version. It can be used Mac and Windows OS. So I think most user definitely will try Figma because it's free. That's the good point. Free and can be used in any platform, and you don't have to install Figma to show your work to the client. You can just share the link, and client can explore your design or playing with prototype. After Figma got investment, I think kind of like yes, last year or last 2 years, they got investment and they start adding features, adding a prototype, and then developing their community, which is good because, you know, Sketch and Figma, it has a good plugin. You know, it's free and there's a lot of plugin contributor from the community, and it really helps us a lot, especially if we are working with the quite huge file or quite quite huge library. So we start to use Figma right now. From the beginner, all the design tool, you just need to focus on this one. Shape, this one, text. Yeah, I think you should only focus on this one first, because there's no need to take any advanced tool to start to learn. It's very easy. You just search any design references and you just put here and start copying or mimicking if you want to learn the design for the beginner. At first, we should create a new file. Here's our file. Right now, we should use a frame. In Figma and Xd, we use terminology and artboard. It's also the same with frame, this one. It has the same purpose. So we can use like just this one using a shortcut F. I suggest you should remember the shortcut because you don't have to back and forth moving your mouse around. And you see this one, if you don't know about the default device size or resolution, Figma already provide you with this one. Mostly we use this one because iPhone 11 is first it has wider and longer than normal Android. This one. It's also, if we search in Dribble community or Behance, there are so many a lot about design exploration. They use iPhone as their design base. It's quite nice, very visual attracting compared to Android. Yeah, I think we can start with this one. Don't forget, for the beginner, you should try this one. Use your grid, create your grid. Here's a property panel. This one like asset and layer panel. So make sure you can create this one. It's very simple. Just like if you don't know about layout grid, you can learn in material.io. There's a good explanation about grid. It will help a lot if we are design with desktop.
Yoki, what's that website again?
Material.io. It's from Android, Google.
Okay. Oh, material.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think if we work on the iPhone, we have quite problem because iPhone frame or artboard, it using like odd value. Usually for mobile, we usually separate, but mostly we use like even number for the grid. I think you can learn about grid next time. The most important, we can set our margin like by 16 pixel. If you learn about design for the first time, I think there's a lot UI kit where you can grab for the basic system for the any smartphone. For example, we will go to this one, a community. You can search for the UI kit, design sample, wireframe, design system, icon. There's a lot of free icon here, and also a plugin. This one. For example, I want to search iOS UI kit. This one.
But just for learning, not in challenge.
Yeah. I mean,
For challenge, the only
yeah, I don't know
approved sites.
I don't know about this one because we will not know how to track whether a designer using a UI kit or not. So we use duplicate this, so we don't have to copy. By clicking by duplicate, we already create this one. Why we need standard or basic UI kit from each operating system? Because we need their standard UI element. For example, let me check. We need this one. You don't have to create it by your own, and we need this one too. Home indicator and status bar. Okay, you just copy from this and put to our design. This is your style. Remember, you also, I suggest you measure any element here, so you know which area it's safe to make a design, which area will be used for the header and footer by holding Alt or Option key, and you can see the distance between them. This one, just yeah. I think after this one, we can just put like any shape we want, any creation. This is simple. You can choose your color here, or you can use plugin to call maybe color inspiration, like this one. There's also a plugin for a standard icon. You can use, I recommended using material icons, or feathers icon. I think feather icon is used or allowed by Topcoder as it's already I think it's on third-party policy. Stark, do you have any question or maybe?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
I suggest you can explore and try this one, change the value or something, because it's kind of like a fun. Don't worry. There's a undo function. You don't have to afraid if you go wrong. This one about a stroke or something. Figma and Xd, I prefer using Figma. Even Xd has a better prototype or design direction, but Figma is the closest design tool for the developer. So they can use inspect, and they can directly measure and looking for the color and every information they need. You can copy a CSS here and just use for their code for prototyping.
Yeah. Can you export or Okay. Sorry. Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
We have like this one export.
You were headed there.
We can use this one. There's a lot of option, and you can also play in prototype. I will show you. This is my studio UI kit. We try run about Figma component and create this, and also sell it in the UI 8. So this one prototype. This minute. not this one. Okay. I think if you want to show your client or developer about the screen interaction, Figma it has like basic and advanced prototyping. But the problem is it depends on our connection. If we have like bad connection, it will like lag. It will slow down. This one. If prototyping, we should learn more about prototyping because it has need to learn more about how to create a good prototyping. We can change this one. You can share your prototyping here with your client or your friend. Yeah, there's a lot of interaction here. We can drag this one. Let me check. We can put a GIF. It's playable in Figma. This one, yeah. This one, yeah. You see, it's moving because Figma also can read GIF and view it, but it cannot read MP4. This one, yeah, it's kind of nice because you don't have like a third party like Marvel and Vision, and it really save your money, especially in maybe Topcoder side.
Well, on the Topcoder side, you don't need to pay for Marvel, right?
So. Yeah, yes, this one. And I think Figma has a better prototyping. There's a lot of function like timing and then swiping. I think there's a lot we can do in Figma, better than in Marvel or in Vision.
Okay.
Yeah, we can explore about this one drop down. If you really new in Figma, I suggest you should go to the tutorial, and there's a lot tutorial video here, and it's very helpful. Even though some of them it's very old, but it's related.
Is there, obviously we do competitions, we do rapid design tournaments. Is there any tips and tricks around kind of how you set yourself up for, the speed side of it?
Yeah, mostly it depends. Do we allow to use UI kit or not? Or do you want to design from scratch? First of all, we should look for the inspiration. There's a lot of design inspiration in Dribble, in Pinterest. But what we need is the sample that use a very exact size. I usually looking for the actual or real apps in Mobin. So if we need any particular screen flow or maybe screen case, we can go there and looking for the example from the real apps. Let me check this one as Airbnb. Let's say Airbnb. Not all application in this library, but I think the most popular app is already here, so we can learn. Usually, what I suggest is doing like copy, and then you can directly paste, and you can you can directly copy paste from the Illustrator. If you have like vector size or something, this one. So I suggest you read carefully about the challenge spec, and then you can search for the reference and design with the actual apps. And if there are any design exploration, you can search in Dribble. Wait, what happened this one? Yeah, I think it's not working. Dribble is kind of inspiration is what with a good visual, but sometimes you need to pick carefully. So if you just pick random based on the fit because it's look nice, just be careful if you ended up with taking too much space like this one. It's look nice, but you know, if we see this, it has very simple information. So if you work with the Topcoder challenge, it will need very good or very many variation about table and so on. I think this is just for your reference, and you need to cross check with the actual apps, and then we can start just creating this one. If you really new or just starting your design career, I think you should do a lot copying or analyzing each screen. This one, just like copying and search for the information about what is size, how many margin they use, like what is their font size, what kind of shadow they use. I think something like that. It will help you a lot. Yeah, let's. What about you, Surya? Start. Surya?
Did we lose you? Oh, there you
Yeah. So yeah, so like just we can give more, we can get to more on the components, like setting up a library and those aspects as well. This is just like yeah, this is just the basic stuff, like where you can get started. And like when you have to if you are in a team and like for example to you have to manage a big file, and in those cases then we create components, and like those cases where the things are repeating and you don't want to like duplicate stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll share after. Okay, I'll show how.
Okay.
That can be done.
Yeah,
you know, it's
Yoki made you to stop sharing if start.
okay. Oh yeah.
We do have a question. What would you say is are the most interesting features from Figma compared to Sketch or XD?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I'll show that.
Okay.
It's better to show.
Let's have Start go show that then. Okay.
The most notable is auto
I'll share
layout.
the screen.
And Indra, I see you have your hand raised. So if you have a question, please do let us know. Okay, Start.
Let me know if you can see the screen. Yeah, so
yep.
Just for instance, let's like start with creating a button. I think it's too big. So what's great about this, like in Figma, like compared to others, is like you can combine a lot of like, for example, this will a button can have like multiple states and various ways in which we want to have for the different actions. There can be different type of buttons: small, large, primary, secondary. So like this is just like I just created a shape and added it to added to auto layout. So auto is something where this text will follow the like this constraints which is tied to this box around it, like padding and stuff. So like you have like from left it is 12 to right it is 12, and like similarly 11 on the top and bottom. So when you change it, I'll show you. So when we change any content inside it, so it will respect the constraints that is tied to it, and that will that this the kind of things actually saves time, because you can see like just now only like I think I spent like 20-30 seconds to just resize and like reshape it. So setting up these things like auto layout, and so these are the new features that this is also in XD, but it's a bit trickier in like it's a bit hard to use in XD. It's like and much more easier in this one. But like I'll show you the like next like very powerful stuff that Figma like enables us to do. So like we have two states where there is one with which out of which one is secondary and another one is primary, and these also can have like other states like where this one is having an icon. Let me just grab a example just for an example. So I'll use a plugin. Just to save some time, like let's grab any icon, and so you can see like how icon one L. So like for this same, we'll do same for the secondary button as well. So what you can see is like we have a lot of like we have at least like 4 buttons right now created. So like now comes the like great features. So we can rename all these together. So like for example, this comes with a control plus or command plus R. So you can just like rename like a lot of layers, directly with this feature where like you can just like type primary and this slash without icon, and this will be with icon. So what I'm doing is like defining the different property, like different type of properties that a button can have. So similarly, I'll do for the secondary one as well. So this was like one feature like, that I just showed, like to rename like with a regular. This is called regular expression, the one that you type here. So you can also replace, like with the existing one, or like rename to the like any new like for example, you want to press like keep the current name and like just add add something else. So that you can do quickly. And the other feature like that seems to be like very powerful, like according to me, is the variants part. So for now, for that variants thing, so we'll have to first create the components. So you can see like in the other tools, what we do is like click on the component or anything, and then we like create it manually, like this shortcut option command K, or like so basically you have to do individually for all of those. But in Figma, just select all of them, go here in the top, create multiple components. So it will create like these all as as individual components, and you can like quickly go and you can see in the right panel that there is a combine as variants option. So see like what this do is magical, to be honest. Like so I'll name is as button, and you can see like this, the Figma has already categorized like different type of properties as different as a separate field kind of. So you can name it as a type of button, and you can like call this as a icon, like with icon or without icon. So now if you drag any of the this component like using in an artboard, you can see like how quickly we can change it like to having different states or different different like properties that it have. So this is how like this quickly how it does for any like component like page which can have multiple states. And like one more like a cool feature is it also recognizes the boolean operations. For example, this is with icon, so I can call it like yes or true or false. So what this will do is like for this component, you can see like this change to a toggle for icon. So you can just change buttons like and like or any component just that quickly.
Very cool.
Yeah. There are many similar things, but like most powerful things are like this variants and this auto layout. So everything like that that is that, and the variants is like also like one thing to note is like variants will only come when you create a component. So it is a component property, and not like any other, like it will not apply to a group or anything. You'll have to create a component first, then it will have different property, like different these kind of its instances like similar but different, and then like can combine it to have. Apart from this, like we have other cool things as well. Like for example, you can go for seeing different shortcuts very quickly. For example, I'll show you like uh, so for example, you don't remember like any of the shortcuts, just open that from the search, and you can like see all the different shortcuts and different things to like enhance your workflow or like to speed up in the challenge. So these are like very very handy when you are like in competing in a rapid UI kind of challenges. So yeah, this is
When what I hear from customers is they're very interested in Figma because of the libraries or the templates and the ability for global designers, distributed designers around the world to kind of just leverage this everything pretty quick. Is that
yeah. So you can see like me and Yoki, like we both are actually live on this file. So we can design, we can both design like on the same page or same same canvas together at the same concept. So like, yeah, this is like a bit like very much focused on the collaborative aspect of the, of a design of a like software development, like entirely. So like when you want, actually, yeah, it's a like it like software designing and development in itself is a like very collaborative process. So yeah, it's good to have, everyone together. So so like it's so handy that like just share this prototype, or share this project file with anyone, like, but just by copying link, and they will they can just right away see the design or progress, or like whatever the intent is.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed, like, we've talked about open design here for a long time. Open design for us is essentially collaboration on designs post, after the designers create the designs, but it's like, what's the next steps, and what's the consumption of ideas into a future design. But I noticed Figma talks, that's part of their mantra is open design, is this collaboration feature. So
yeah, I think we can use a library from the other file, but you have to be like a subscription user if you want to use that. I mean, we can use like main library and use it for the other file. So for example, I think you can open library feature start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like from the questions, there's a pretty good, healthy debate between Sketch and Figma.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anybody raise their hand around XD. Where's Tong? Tong, XD.
I believe.
No,
yeah.
Just
Stark is XD lover. I think he.
To be
used,
honest, like Adam, like when I like personally, to compete in a challenge, I would go for XD, because it's way faster. The workflow is pretty fast in that. Like you don't have to click like much, but Figma is more on a collaborative aspect, and they don't they don't post about like having fastest prototyping tool or something like that. But like XD is the fastest. Like everything is on the panel, and you can just like quickly do the things like right away from that canvas, and not going to other like switching back to menu and like for the whatever the features are.
Yep.
So like personally, I love XD when I compete. Yeah,
that's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I'm just
when in a team like with the several.
Yeah, I'm just having fun because it's a healthy it's a healthy competition. It's good that we're just not tied into just one thing like Photoshop now, right?
Yeah,
We got other things we can be learning, and things that are helping us get our ideas and concepts onto the canvas. Onto the canvas a lot faster.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe Canva can improve, and I think it's more for the common user. It's not just the UI.
Yeah, actually, like all the tools have their own purpose. Actually, like so. This is more focused on like development and delivery part as well, like of the application, and not just the design. In designer also, it's like very good, like, but it's like so quick that you don't have to like use any other tool. Just share the link, and you're good to go for the development as well. You don't have to upload to like Marvel or any other place. So like those are like and like this collaboration part. So but this is also like these all the things are like being added in XD as well though. But yeah, it's
Actually,
like,
we have a question. I think you just answered Stark, but would you compete in a Topcoder Open tournament using Figma? So.
oh no.
Yeah, I was using Figma.
No, but yeah, like it's personal preference, but I wouldn't compete with Figma, because like you can see like how much steps it took, to create things like. So in competition, you have to be quick, and you have to just execute the design and your thoughts, and not like I'm not going to maintain a library. Like this is useful when you are maintaining a library, and like you are with a team, and you want to have everything organized stuff. So this is useful there in that case, and not in compete. This won't help you in competing, like these things, like these concepts. So yeah, so like being quick and like executing ideas, your thoughts, that is the most important part in like when you compete in a challenge. especially in TCO,
Uh,
obviously.
Yeah.
There's an interesting fact that why PlayStation has a more user than compared to other console game, because they have like a huge game library. It's also happened in Figma. Right now, I think they have like a biggest community from the plugin, and as you know, we can explore anything in Figma community. Yeah, by having like a big community, I think they also
Yeah.
pushing the Figma to be a better tool.
Yeah, it's definitely a better tool, and not
Yeah.
like you cannot actually, like, yeah, we cannot say like it's a bad tool, or any of the tool is bad, like just like it's the user preference. But like, yeah, considering the factors, like, competing, and you have a limited time, you have to execute a design in like 30 minutes or something like that. So in that case, you need like something that can do your work quick, like super quick. So yeah, that is like just my like way of thinking on like this aspect. So yeah, I'll go for XD. Like, see, you can see it's like right next to it. So
Okay.
but I love like all the applications, all of these. Yeah.
So we have a couple minutes left. Anything else you guys want to touch on or wrap up?
Yeah. As I said before, that why Figma, it's closer to the developers, and when we create in the web element, usually developer using like border function. Back then we use another shape to create this one border. In XD, we should create a new shape, but in Sketch or Figma we can use this one, inner
Border,
shadow. Yeah, I think Sketch doesn't XD doesn't have inner shadow. Why? Because by using inner shadow, we also saving not creating a new layer, which is, if we deal with too many layer, especially in hidden layer, it will also affect our memory. I mean our laptop memory. But using this layer effect, I think it's very doable, and we can saving. I mean we can efficient doing by managing less layer. This
Okay.
one, yeah, and also if we work with sorry, Sir, can you click my avatar so you can follow my?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, this one.
Yeah.
Sketch, sorry, Figma can use like a global change. For example, as this one, I want to change everything, every color to blue. We can you click this one, Stark? This frame, can you click this one? I'm sorry, not my avatar. This one, this frame.
Yeah. Sure.
You can see at the property panel on the
frame.
right side. Yeah, there's a selection color. You can change directly and affect to all the color. Go to the right panel.
Just
at the bottom.
okay.
At the bottom. Oh no, at the bottom. There's a selection color. You can open.
Yes,
you can
to like change the colors like globally.
Yeah, globally. You can change anything directly.
Yeah, like,
you don't have to click one by one or something.
Yeah, global change, like, selection of colors and changing like all of them together. If you have like chain branding or interesting.
Okay.
Also, the most I think not the most the more function, we can search any asset by typing the name. Can you go to the layer panel, Start? In XD, we should sort and drag and drop the asset, but if we deal with like a very big library, we should take the advantage by searching or typing at the search bar. I don't think XD has a search bar.
No, they have.
Really? In Accent?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, actually they have the search.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it is more robust
Yeah.
in Figma.
Yeah, but there's one plugin that I love the most in Sketch. It's called Runner. I hope Figma will have it soon because yeah, we can directly search and just put any component.
Yeah. Replace and.
What are the top plugins that you use, Yoki?
This one, mostly I work with in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was referring to like the top 4 or 5 plugins that are the most useful to you, if you can tell to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a personal preference, but since I deal a lot with the component, I change a lot about the about the textile. I usually use like layer search and or layer name search, something like that.
Yeah, like one of the most handy one is like this Unsplash or like material. Feather icon is also there, like so you can just like have it within the Figma itself. And there is one more like very like I love it. It's called Data Lib. So you can like you can get your like paste your data like directly to whatever the dummy kind of data you have. You have the names
cool.
and like numbers. You have like
I suggest we can.
So like you can just replace it like just with a one click.
We should try every top plugin. No, I think we can do like a play and see if it's useful for us or not.
Hey guys, I'm going to take back control here. Thank you very much for the Figma demo. I hope everyone was able to learn something from that. I know I did. So thank you to the two of you. Real quick, I just want to let everyone know tomorrow is our round 1 of our bracket tournament, the Jablo's Rapid UI Design Tournament, which for some reason, because of the holiday, I guess, Yoki is not there. And Stark, I don't see you in here either. So, but we have our 16 initial designers competing tomorrow. And then we have a couple rounds planned, and then we have another couple rounds planned next Thursday. And then we have the championship at the party on the 28th. So everyone get ready and feel free to join us tomorrow on Hopin. Also, real quick, we do have some design challenges running right now. So get out there, check them out. We have some checkpoints due on Monday. So we have the Health Plan Services Admin Portal. We also have the Sidara Web App UI Design Challenge. I'm involved in that one. So definitely please check them out and go get some checkpoint designs in. And also we have the ongoing Figma Skill Builder. So definitely check that out. It's our first design skill builder that we're running. So tied into what we're doing here, go check out the Figma Skill Builder. One other thing, we do have this new beta listing site for challenge listings. So if you want to check that out, you can come here and check out the future of how challenge listings will be working and what it'll look like. Provide your feedback. So let us know what you think. Okay. So we have design challenges running right now. We have skill builder running right now, specifically on Figma, and hope to see everyone at the Rapid UI design tournament tomorrow if you can make it. Yoki, Stark, thank you for your time and thank you for showcasing your skills within Figma. Do appreciate you jumping on here. And thank you, Daniela, for joining us and providing your guidance also.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And
Okay.
you can, yeah, and you can ask any related with Figma in Slack. We will happy to answer it.
Yes, please do. Jump into Slack, ask questions. We're all here to help answer.
Yeah, especially Stark.
Especially Stark.
He will answer all the questions.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Everyone have a great day and a great week. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.